Time for another double shot. I was looking at the Today Show website, which is where I go for stupid topics for the double shot. And
is that where you get them?
That's where I get almost everything.
Are you serious?
All from the Today Show.
Oh, that's so funny.
Because they have the dumbest comments that we can, or topics that we can make fun of.
My wife was just asking the other night. She goes, I really enjoy the double shots. And she goes, where do you get those? Because they're different than the stuff we do on our shows. And she goes, where do you guys get all that great stuff? And I was like, I don't know. Jason finds a lot of these.
It's literally all at the Today Show. And one caught my attention today. It was about baby names. And it was not of interest to me at all what people call their kids. I really don't care. Just don't go with like Orange or something.
Yeah.
But
or Apple.
It's ridiculous. I read the story and there was a quote from a baby name consultant. What the hell is a baby
Oh,
name?
a baby naming consultant.
Yes.
Not a baby named consultant. No. I was like, geez.
Her name is consultant.
They've really run out of names.
Consultant Jones.
People are so clever these days.
It's a baby naming consultant.
Yeah.
Who in God's
I could do that job.
would go to someone like that? What do? Do you just look at the names and say, no? Oh, I like this. What? It's just a Twitter poll.
I have had to name 4 boys now. We were, we started off with 1. We already had a name that we were excited about. We got some family stuff in there.
Mm-hmm. And Esmeralda.
Esmeralda. No, it's no Esmeralda. But then we had
Blanket.
We had our second. That was Michael Jackson's kid. Yeah. These are not great names. But then we had our second boy, and we were like, okay, good. We have another name that we'd like to use. Another family name, Skeletor. And then we had our third boy, and we're like, all right, getting a little thin on options here, because you already, you lead with your best stuff, right? And then we had our fourth boy, and we were just like, what are we going to call this kid? So I could see maybe getting to but I don't think I would ever use a baby naming consultant.
There's a billion names.
There's a lot of names, but you just know.
There's a billion.
Like, names that aren't going to work for you instantly.
Yeah, but you also know the names that will work.
You know what's funny? My wife, we had just watched, with our first kid, we had watched Big Hero 6, like before we had our kid. And again, I don't know why 2 adults were watching Big Hero 6, but it's a great movie.
Well, how many times have we seen Wonka?
Also great, yeah. And I wouldn't name my kid Wonka either, but it's a good movie.
But you would Willie.
I might name my kid Willie, yeah.
Poor kid.
But there's a kid, the main character in Big Hero 6 is named Hiro, because he's Asian, and his name is Hiro. And my wife was like, that's kind of a nice name. Hiro. Like, it's spelled H-I-R-O. It's not spelled like hero, H-E-R-O.
Your wife's not Asian?
She's not. No.
It's kind of an important piece.
You gave me a heart attack. My hands are equipped with defibrillators. Clear. Stop. It's just an expression.
Well, yeah, it is, in retrospect. And so we were very seriously considering naming, my wife was, naming our first child Hero.
What's wrong with you? Hero?
We worked it out.
Kid.
No, but that's the thing.
The whitest couple I've ever met.
No, that's not true. That's not true. We've discussed this on the show before.
What?
That I don't know my full heritage.
Oh my God, he might be a Jew.
But we don't know.
You wearing the necklace yet?
But we don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm not.
Still got a cross on.
But so we were considering Hero. We decided against it, and we've instead chosen all supremely waspy names.
Preston.
That's not
Duncan.
That's not. That's actually, that was on the list. Duncan was on the list. Yeah.
Duncan's the name of my fake 11-year-old intern.
Really? Mm-hmm. Preston was not on the list because
it's a very waspy name.
It seems too obvious. Mm-hmm. Like if you ask me, oh, what's your son's name? You'd be like, oh, it's either Thomas or Preston. And so we didn't choose either of those names. But yeah, it's really tough naming kids, especially when
Do you remember one that you were like, yeah, no, we're not doing that? Other than Hero, except you don't want to tell your wife that. Was it Carlos?
Carlos was another one that
Muhammad
was close for her, not as much for me.
Jamal
was another one that we considered. It's all good names. Gunther. Yeah, it's tough. Naming kids is tough, but do you need to
I'll name your next kid.
Okay.
It's going to be Jason. See you next time. Hey, it's Jason Rantz here with Scott Rarucka from Legacy Group Capital. He's their CEO. So let's talk about someone who wants to invest in real estate. They don't quite know where to go, what to do, where to start, but they do know, obviously, that right now the market is really, really hot. So you're the place to do it. How do you help?
Yeah, so how we help is, We've been investing in the greater Seattle area for over 20 years, and we have a historical track record that we're super proud of. Double-digit returns over time with no investor losses. And if you can find somebody else out there that's done that, you should probably talk to them. And how we really do it is we're lending on real estate, and we're also acquiring real estate and building it and developing it. All those things come out of a fund that people invest into. So there's lending and there's acquisition. And then we share in profits with all of our investors on both those activities. Jason, most people can't do that on their own. They're not going to go develop properties. They're not going to go be a bank and lend money. But they can jump in with us and they can be that developer and they can be that lender, but it's underneath our umbrella with a 20-year track record that's unparalleled to anything that you'll find out there. We've been told that we're one of the best kept secrets in the Pacific Northwest.
I don't want it to be a secret. I want everyone to know just about what it is you do. The Legacy Group Capital family of funds offer short-term 90-day investments at 7%. Longer-term investments, they've averaged double-digit returns. Just go to legacyg.com.